In the heart of a bustling airport, two unsuspecting tourists disembark from their flight, their eyes filled with the excitement of a new adventure. Unbeknownst to them, they carry an invincible and ancient enemy, the plague. Their journey continues as they meet their Uber driver, a friendly local with a warm smile. Little do they know, their innocent interaction plants the seed of the plague within him. As they navigate through the airport, every touch, every contact leaves a trace of their unforeseen foe. The escalator handles, once cold and impersonal, now bear the silent whispers of a spreading menace. As they step outside, the city skyline greets them, unaware of the storm that's about to hit. As the city lights fade away in the rearview mirror, one can't help but wonder what lies ahead in this tale of unforeseen terror. The driver, oblivious to his new passengers, returns home to his beautiful wife. Their loving embrace, a symbol of comfort and safety, now a harbinger of the storm to come. Days pass, and a mysterious illness takes hold of them. Their laughter replaced with coughs, their vitality with fatigue. Stay tuned as we unravel the story of these ordinary people caught in an extraordinary situation.
Good morning. I am Dr. Majongola and I'll be seeing to you guys today. Please take a seat. So, what brings you guys in today?
We haven't been feeling well recently.
Okay.
I think comments just something.
Okay. And have there been any symptoms that you have been exhibiting?
And then recently I've been having excruciating body aches. I've been feeling, she's been coughing, we've been coughing a lot. I've been feeling very fatigued, nauseous.
And I think I have a fever. There's like shortness of breath.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to ask you a few questions just to determine the origin of these symptoms. Okay, have you recently been out of the country?
No.
Do you think you may have been in contact with someone that had or has similar symptoms that you may have?
Yeah, in my line of work, I work with people who come from international countries. I work at the airport, so I think I've been in contact with a few people from all over the country.
Okay, and how long ago did your symptoms start?
Like 4 days ago.
Just 4 days ago.
What I'm going to do is to just examine you and to just determine where these symptoms come from, basically.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start with you and examine your... Please take a deep breath. Dr. Safari, Dr. Malaki.
Oh, Dr. Majongola, what brings you to the lab?
I bring terrible news today. What could that be? I suspect that we might have an outbreak of the plague. For the past few weeks, my patients have been presenting with similar symptoms, and it's varying symptoms, but it's almost similar. Symptoms of weakness, fatigue, a nasty cough, abdominal pain, and I think these symptoms might be leading to a sepsis. So what I did for precautionary measures, I just took the samples of their blood, I just took samples of their saliva as well, and I just like you to make a diagnosis based on those samples. Just look at the blood, look for the Yersinia-pestis antigen, and to just find if it is a plague and what kind of plague it is.
So I've been analyzing the symptoms and the bacteria. I'm leaning towards the bubonic plague.
Bubonic plague?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Based on the rapid onset and severe respiratory symptoms, I think it's the pneumonic plague.
True, but the bubonic plague can also present severe symptoms.
But consider the transmission. Pneumonic plague symptoms can be presented as airborne droplets as well.
Oh, you are right. Hey, Dr. V.
Oh, Prof. Tsecho, how can I be of assistance today?
So I have a task for you today. So these are blood samples. I just need you to do some green things just to check what kind of a plague is this one. Because we're not sure which type it is. So I just want you to confirm everything and just get back to me as soon as possible.
Okay, just give me 10 plus minutes and I'll get back to you.
Okay, I really appreciate that. Thank you. So I've just handed the report to our best scientist. Surely in less than 10 minutes he'll be back with the results. Yeah.
So because we're dealing with a plague, there's three types of plagues.
Oh.
The septicemic, pneumonic, and bubonic plague, all infected by the same bacteria, Yersinia pestis. The only difference is with pneumonic, it's an infection with the lungs. Septicemic is an infection with the blood, and bubonic is an infection with the lymph nodes. But they all present the same bacteria. I think Dr. V will let us know as to what his findings are before we confirm this, because this is really serious.
Excuse me, doctors. Prof. Tsecho, can you come look at this, please?
So I see that this is a Yersinia pestis, which is the bacteria that causes this plague. So here I see that it has a capsule that protects it. The capsule basically protects it from the phagocytosis, and it contributes to its ability to spread the disease and cause infections. And again, I see the plasmogen activator protease, which helps the bacteria to spread out and continue to live in the host cell. So now I can say that it's a pneumonic.
So we can confirm
plague,
that it's the pneumonic plague.
By the various factors that I'm seeing there, they support that it's a pneumonic plague.
Are we live? It's on. Good afternoon. This is Bonolo Maile reporting to you live from the Kasinga Clinic. There has been a plague outbreak and the president has officially declared it a state of emergency. As you can see to my left, all the scenes, people coughing, sneezing, blood. We have people here who are going to tell us how they are feeling. Hi. What is your name?
My name is Sofato.
So Fata, can you please explain to us how you're feeling right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what's wrong with me. I just woke up. You can see I'm sweating. I was coughing. I have chest pains. I can't even breathe properly.
So Fata, when did this start?
I think I went to a party a week ago. Then after some few days, I started feeling like this.
Guys, this is clear. This started a week ago. We do not know how it arrived to South Africa, but further information will be given to us in a few hours or a few days. Exactly what preventative measures can be taken in order to prevent this plague from happening to anyone else. Dr. Mahashra, how are you today?
I'm alright, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Please explain to us exactly what preventative measures can be taken to prevent this from happening again.
Okay, so with the aim of preventing the plague, it's vital that we are aware of its host, rats and rodents, and fleas infest these rats and rodents, transmit them to humans through their bites. So quarantine remains the most effective way of protecting yourself against contracting the disease. And with the pneumonic plague, it's transmitted through close contact with respiratory droplets. So wearing a mask that covers both your nose and your mouth, as well as keeping a 1 meter social distance, reduces the risk of contamination.
Okay.
And then it's important that you control the rodent habitat around your home. If you have pets, please wash them frequently and keep plagues away from them using flea products, as well as I stress that please use insect repellent and apply directly on your skin to avoid any bites from the fleas.
Okay, so basically, if you have any rats and rodents, call pest control, right?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Maleko, how are you today?
I'm good, thanks, and how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Dr. Maleko, please explain to us exactly what one should do in the event of contracting this unfortunate plague.
Okay, so it is critical to seek medical care as soon as possible that you suspect you have the plague. Antibiotics such as streptomycin, gentamicin can be used to treat this plague. These antibiotics work by killing the bacteria that causes the plague, and if it left untreated, it can cause sepsis and pneumonia.
This disease is not only thing of the past. There are still reported cases from the DRC, Madagascar, and Congo and Peru. is not a thing of the past, and it's still happening currently right now. For example, we all know that the plague originated from Asia and Europe, but it found its way to the motherland here in Africa because in the year 2004 there was a case in Uganda, and 2 cases in 2005 were reported in DRC, and just last year a case was reported in Madagascar. So coming back home to South Africa, many people think that this has been a disease that's in Asia or Europe. But in 1901, for those who don't know, there was a first case reported in South Africa, and actually it was here in Cape Town. So back then in 1901, the sailors just came back from South America, transporting goods and spices and all that. So they found out that rats were dying, and they didn't know the cause of that until they called up an expert, and then the expert realized that the rats were actually infected with the pneumonic plague. So since then the disease has spread throughout the sailors, throughout the suburbs of Cape Town, and killing roughly about 169 people in the city of Cape Town.
Ooh, oh my God, that's some heavy stuff, hey? But remember, knowledge is power, hey? Now let's bring in our special guest, Dr. Chantel. How are you doing this fine morning, Dr. Chantel?
Well, thanks. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah. You're welcome. We are very excited to have you here today. Dr. Chantel, I have 2 questions for you. I want to ask you 2 questions with regards to the bubonic plague. Could you please explain to me how the plague is transmitted from animals to humans?
Okay, well, during plague epizootic, which is a disease event in the animal population akin to an epidemic in humans, the death of rodents, as Sir stated here, would cause fleas to seek for other sources of blood. Thus, exposure to these places by humans and animals would result to the risk of getting infected by this plague.
Interesting. Okay, also my second question, in the context of modern urban environments, what are the risks and challenges associated with the transmission of the plague, and how can we mitigate them?
All right, so the bubonic and subtyphonic plague can also be transmitted through contaminated fluid and tissue by animals that have been infected by this plague. This would be in the case of people not taking precautions when handling contaminated fluids or tissues of these infected animals. So it would be highly advisable to take precautions like gearing up with safety wear when handling these contaminated fluids or tissue, like wearing gloves and wearing masks.